different styles. Listen.
Lama Sabatani, the chef and fame back the Holy Ghost with the Tommy.
The pale horse behind me.
I know you see the chariots suspended all around me.
The lights and the thunder and the sound is astounding.
We in the last days. The Lord with me, tell me why I ever be afraid.
That's why I'm sharpening my blade.
It's hell in the cell, Undertaker on the cage, throwing mankind from the rafters to the stage. At the same time with his eyes in the blade.
Get it, dog, if you're afraid. It's written on the page in the scrolls of a sage coming from a different age. Where the last shall be first, and the first shall be slaves.
Jesus, the chef in his bag again. 12 tribes finna start battling.
And that's when the bones start rattling.
And thrones start shattering. Devils on fire, that's live from the Vatican.
Corey, you know, I never asked you, what is God First Gang to you? It's an island of individuals that's not afraid to break down the middle wall of partition that we've hosted in times past for the purposes of establishing unforeseen unity in our nation. And these grounds are tilled simply to turn sinners to saints. It's a collaborative of devout men seasoned from the elders down that perpetuate love within, while simultaneously remaining properly prepped for revolutionary measures.
They pushing P, persecuting the prophets, popping pistols at the priests like they shooting their targets, talking shit too, but it's cheap, confusion and nonsense. It's all just prostitution, you dudes are just harlots. My dudes is moving and grooving, so whooping the hardest. Now we suited and booted, we trooping regardless, telling the true Jews what to do for the promise. Now tell me what you do to loosen this bondage. You don't know what I've been through with TSA sweat me every time I fly like I'm moving keys of yay. All cause I do exactly what Jesus say. Save us, Lord, we need to pray. They tried to send the J to Yale in the 80 Yale. That ain't work, so they sprayed them shells. Nothing can prevail, including the gates of hell. All praises, they hate the 12. Tribes of Jacob, they can fry lakes of hellfire straight up, don't deny your maker. The Allah high and flying, our riders on the way, bro. They with you how it shot from on high when y'all not way up.
Beast and confusion, disease and pollution, where truth's the new hate and free speech is an illusion. Where the Nets and Barclay make Kyrie a casualty, but profit off the trade of the slaves to court Cassidy. Great awakening, bigger than ADOS. New York to Cali, first stop is Barbados. Man, woman, and child made to sit on them slave boats. SNL skit, why they hating on Dave's jokes. If I rap about guns, they'd immortalize me. If I rap about drugs, Liar Cole assign me. If I talk about sex, I could get my bread right. But if I say Judas Black, I'm an anti-Semite. You can't change the definition. Can't teach an adder that's deaf, they never listen. Can't mistake chaos for a plan in a format. Can't mistake my fitted for a man in a small hat. Me and my main mans, we have the same stance. They like us more if we sang or did a praise dance. Or a holy roll, tongues possibly. Bad news for you, sounds like the gospel to me.
I'm screaming on Romans with the verses of Paul. I'm busting through Trojans, I'm stomping them all. Destroying theologians, just watching them fall. In the desert eating locusts, where scorpions crawl. They claim to be a Jew, what you lying for? Get slapped ferocious with this lion's paw. Fuck the top move, I shit in the post hat. You round the wrong dude, where that smoke at? Any block I'm on, that's my octagon. Chef Gorilla and Priest, and yo, I'm gone.
Yeah. All praises for them dog days. Now I'm with the Aki, I'm right outside of the Barclays. My old man had to go, I depart ways. There's a lot of views to support. I support Yays. I'm going DEFCON on the Edomite. The book, it was written for us. You gotta read it right. My bro go to work with the slice. He Simon Peter like he threw away his blade. He say he more the Cleaver type. Roy the chef Adolf, smacking the Malachi hat off. The 13th tribe devil, your math off. I wish he tried it. Shotty would knock his back off and then hit the highway like I was dropping the pack off. Pardon me, that's just my anti-Edomism. Stole my whole culture and now he acting like he the victim. Time's up for my people to receive the healing. Christ coming back with a knife. I pray he leave it in them. Prophecy ain't got them heathens tense. Shout out to Queens, I'm a king like Supreme and Prince. Catch a spiritual body, I won't leave a print. And since I took over the game, they haven't seen it since.
Well, with all that being said, what is your mission statement?
Alright.
To uproot the powers that be and be that power from the roots up. And I know just the ones who can spearhead it.
Alright.
Preach. Gentle.
Dylan twos, one twos, the 1 2s, hear me out. Dylan, nigga, like that for real. Hear me out. Certified. Check this out right here, look out. Look, super hot, don't touch that. Shots fired, I'ma bust back. Way back then, I was tryna blow, but the money ran low, so we ain't gon' discuss that. Nigga, fuck that. Shake shade off. It'll rain, it'll hail, no aid off. Hot fire, man. Dylan twos, 1 2s, the 1 2s, hear me out. Dylan, nigga, like that for real. Hear me out. Certified. Check this out right here, look out. Look, super hot, don't touch that. Shots fired, I'ma bust back. Way back then, I was tryna blow, but the money ran low, so we ain't gon' discuss that. Nigga, fuck that. Shake shade off. It'll rain, it'll hail, no aid off. And when you get a fan base and you signed and you wind up paid off, show a nigga underground like roots. And they leaf if you looking for the juice. And I got 25 on the dresser. Top notch, never settle for the lesser. Smash up this, then I bought me a red. I ain't tryna talk, I'ma leave it on red. Yike, I be kinda throwed off the Don Julio show. Please never mind what he said. Big dog, nigga, lift up your leg. You already know how I give it up, yeah. Free big bro doing time in the fist. Least I could do is keep a nigga well fed. It's Yike on the whole EP. I'ma eat beats like I eat sweet peas. I was in the hood where your money ain't good. Ain't nobody come through to rescue me. Not me. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. Amen. Yeah, I was piss poor. You ain't got enemies, what you got a blick for? Beats get 8 like I rolled big 4. From a block where them young niggas fiending for war. Putting up points, Hakeem on the board. 12 catch up, now you riding the bench. 15 years just for riding the wave. Let him out the cage, he ain't been the same since. And I remember we was hopping the fence. Young niggas hustling for 25 cents. Block super hot, so I hop in the pool. Cool cup lady where the money gets spent. Who would've known I live like this? Live life righteous, I passed the assist to my brother, he gon' score that. Big bro, you should know that. Shalom, where my folks at, I just wanna catch me a yen. Big Bible bigging up my head. Praise God, give me more life. Niggas rather sin instead. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. If you wicked, get up out the way. Nigga, you cannot defy fate. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. Amen. Live life great. What up, Jake? Catch me a breeze. You do this shit all the time. Living at ease. This is really too easy for real. Yes, sir. Hear me out. This is the warm up. Hear me out. Catch me a breeze. See me by the beach. Grew up in the hood. That's all I see. Live life great. Real big bruise, right? Can't defy fate. No. The attack of the Jakes. Just like that. It's the attack of the Jakes. Hear me out. Yeah. Shout out Kawhi, man. We really on that for real. Yeah. Space City.
Soft and warm. storm.
Hey, shalom, 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 yasha Allah. We back.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Khan. Hey, all praises to the Most High God. Back once again, a Friday evening after hours. Hey, I've been missing y'all. I've been missing y'all. Hold on, okay. Let's what I want. Y'all say I got my brother with me. Captain Aharon is on the scene.
That's right.
Captain Aharon is on the scene. I'm not in my normal setup. You know, the setup is not really up to par. But
usually,
but glory be to God.
Usually the brother brings his own setup.
I do.
Yes.
I normally do bring my own setup, but
yeah, hey, you know, but through much determination, we please and we thank the Father for being able to come here and another Shabbat, teach His word and edify the people. So,
hey, Khan, all praises to the Most High God. All praises to the Most High God, because you know, it's always grateful. I'm always grateful, and that's the spirit that I have amongst our right. Welcome, right? What they saying? Okay, Khan. Y'all can hear us?
Honor the one.
All praises. Hey, I'm glad to be back on tonight. We're gonna have to get some, all praises for increasing. Matter of fact, give me what I want you. Give me Chronicles. Give me Chronicles of the prayer of Jabez, right? Give me the prayer of Jabez. First Chronicles 4:10.
First Chronicles 4:10.
First Chronicles 4:10. Let's see if we're gonna get it back. Look, you already know that. We're gonna get it quick. We're gonna get it back. You got
Honor the one. It's the book of First Chronicles, chapter 4 and verse 10. And Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, "Oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that thine hand might be with me, that thou wouldest keep me from evil, that it might not grieve me." And God granted him that which he requested.
All praises to the Most High God. Go ahead. I'll write that off for you. You break that down.
So basically, the brother is telling me I need to pray that the Lord gives me a better setup. Essentially, but no, hey, I tell you what, ask and we shall receive, because we know that we are the apple of the Lord's eye, and if we do thus saith the Lord is a light thing for Him to bless us and give us increase and bring us up out of the dunghill in any position that we desire or that He would desire of us, right? But I think what the brother is saying is that I need a better setup.
No, I'm really saying it because the Most High God has increased you into a larger territory here. That's why I really brought that out.
Well, all praises, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I am in a different situation that is more expedient for myself.
All praise to the Most High God. You know, sometimes we need to ask the Lord for increasing, and sometimes we need to ask the Lord for decreasing. But judge ye what I say. But it's so good. It's so and we back on 8. It's after hours.
Yeah.
My brother, where Asal at? Where he at? But it's so good to be back on tonight. My brother Q, Captain Kwabzala, and Officer Asael, they've been holding it down. They're really gonna be y'all. I'm gonna say this now. They're really gonna be your main host for after hours for the time until the Most High God can put me back. So the Most High God can put me back. You know, my schedule is not really lining up right now. But y'all pray for me as I pray for myself. That way I can't get back on after hours and just cut up and after plum food with y'all. Y'all know how Y'all know how I do, you know. It's some things in the back. You know, I'm excited tonight because it's been about 2-3 weeks, you know, since I've been on any almost a month really since I've been on any live class. You know, I just want to get that because people get to talking.
Yeah.
When they don't see you, especially
what's going on with this brother, man.
If they don't see you on the class or at camp, they were like, "What happened?" First thing they go, "The brother out the truth." That's the first thing they go to.
Yeah.
Or they think of something negative. No, it's just my schedule right now. It's not. It's just not linking up, right? Mm-hmm. So you know, I miss being on there with Kai, True Tuesday. You know, in the rest of the classes, but
it's a wonderful thing though to have brothers to do the work with that can know step in and help, and we can be on the same mission together.
Let's see. That's what I was thinking. I said because so both of them, you know, all the Most High God is increasing tribes. This brother got a tribe, and this brother got a tribe. Me and Q,
hey,
we just captains right now.
You know that's an open invite for you and the fam band. Anytime, my brother, anytime. Come on down.
And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm coming down, but I said I know he just had a fresh one. Right?
God.
This brother got a fresh one too, but this one just came out. Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
About 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, that's not really, you know, I'm like, you already know how we get down, but we ain't gonna try to like, matter of fact, me and Q was traveling, right? During Passover. Y'all understood that. We was like the apostles, right? Going to and fro, and I went to stop at another one of our brothers in the camp place. We was passing through through a country.
Yeah.
But that's what they said.
Brothers drove down from Chicago down to Atlanta and back
through St. Louis and Nashville.
All of that.
And we wanted to stop in a city, but another one of our brothers, he really just had a fresh one. And I told the brother, I said, we're gonna see you on the next go round. It's a little bit too early. Got the background cue, got the background, but it's just low. Is the background going?
I don't think no background.
Paul, you're a rib. He gonna be like Paul.
Oh yeah,
there's no background.
Background on. Put that Boondocks on.
Count to one.
Okay, put some Boondocks on. You know, yeah, you know, Theophilus was a student of Paul. Theophilus was a student. I got to click on. I know y'all see the title. Theophilus was a student of Paul. I'm not saying I'm that Theophilus. No, I just resonate with Paul a lot, and I speak like Paul. Right. Well, that being said, can you put the thumbnail up on there for me? Let's break this. Let me explain the title. First off, hold on. Sloppy. I'm not at home. Come on. Hey Q, play the
Disclaimer. Parental advisory warning. Parents and guardians are hereby advised that this class contains mature subject matter and may be inappropriate for children. Attendance is intended solely for mature audiences and may include, but not limited to, coarse language, sexual content, and suggestive dialogue. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, with that being said, the kids should be put up. Q, you don't have to. We already talked about the lag and stuff over here, but all praise to the Most High God. We're gonna, if y'all like to donate, right? We get some better equipment. Put the thumbnail up on there. So let me explain this. I was gonna talk about that. Viewer discretion. That's what you say, discretion. Anyways, when they go low, we're gonna take it to hell. when it comes to this, yes, it's clickbait. It's clickbait. SOT, Sons of Thunder, Israelites, we're not going to teach you to go back to your old ways. We're actually getting ready to teach you. Okay, you can take that off the screen, Q.
Okay.
We're actually going to teach you to look at your growth. We're actually going to teach you to look at your growth. But before we go any further, I just want to explain that. Before we go any further, if y'all guys came off of the main channel, off the main class, you know, if y'all are friends with us on the social medias and whatnot, you know, we lost y'all see him on all the time, brother. Well, Captain Michael Allah, aka Warrior, and he has a message. And Q, can you, I want to play this message.
Count it away.
And then it just came to me. He said he was saving me for a purpose. And so here. And then I started asking the Most High, why? How come I'm the only one out of my whole family that you didn't take me? And then it just came to me. He said he was saving me for a purpose. And so that's my reflection on it. And I hope some of you take this to heart. You know, you're going through your lives, things get hard for you. You got to remember that the Most High is running the show. You do what he say, you can expect great things to come. So that's my reflection. I hope is, you know, a lot of you take this to heart. When things go bad, just think of, man, it ain't gonna be bad like this all the time. Because we're his chosen children, and he works mysteriously. And you know, we can't figure it out, but that's how it is with the Most High. He ain't gonna tell you what he gonna do. He just do it. You pray and you ask for stuff. Hopefully you ask for stuff that's not vain. Like, hey, I like some hair. You know, that's vanity, really. You know, I'm all right. But you know, that's my reflection. I hope you take this to heart. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Y'all take it easy.
Hey, brother Warrior, Captain Warrior Micah Allah, Captain Warrior Micah Allah. All praises to that elder. May that peace be upon the elder. May he rise again. You know, I just want to reflect. Me and Warrior, we was one of the largest classes that came in at SOT. It was like about 20 brothers.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
We had a big class about 4 or 5 years ago, and me and Warrior, we was in that same class along with Captain Nakawashai. Who else was in that class? Corey was in that class, and a few more other captains that you see now. I think actually majority of all the captains.
The newer captains.
Majority of all the newer captains, not this Passover, but 1 year ago, are all was from that class. Was all from that class. So that our full class, despite brothers that left, but that our full class were not. I'll say were because Warrior has gone on to be with the Most High God, but were captains or are captains now, teaching the Word of God. You know, I just want to reflect a little bit, not to get somber, but you know, the elder was funny. The general said it. If you actually sat down,
he'll surprise you. All right, brother.
I was able to talk to Warrior as I was able to talk to my brother right here. Even though myself, I'm an elder at spirit at times and whatnot. I could talk to all ages, but he had a different spirit on. He was in his right mind.
Mm-hmm. He's really personal, but very relatable.
Very.
Sometimes when you speak to elder men, you feel that divide of age, the divide of understanding, and just like that cultural difference that exists. Just because of different upbringing, but one of the talks to each other, he perfectly understands what you're saying. Like I said, he would even surprise you sometimes on the things that you say. You're like, all right, warrior. You know what I mean? So it's a wonderful spirit. We're blessed to, and we thank the Father that we allowed us to be in His company while He was here. And hey, He's a forever captain.
That's right.
He's an eternal captain. So I don't even look at it as what He was. I mean, he transitioned in His captainhood, doing what He loves to do, and that's serving the Lord.
That's right. That's right. He was very personable, as Captain just said. He'd be able to, he'll know what you're talking about before you even get there. Because at Passover, I'm so glad the Most High God put it on the general spirit to honor the elder there at Passover. All praise to the Most High God for that. But I remember meeting the elder. It was my first Passover. If y'all been rocking with us that long, it was the black, no, not the black, the white and gold.
Okay.
It was a white and gold Passover, and at the Crown. We've been rocking that long. Yes, I've been around that. That's why I'm bringing that up. Locks wasn't locking yet. I had just started, right? Sorry, brothers teaching. We got on True Tuesdays. We ain't talking about here. But anyways, real quick before we move on, Q, if you can get, I just want to take a moment of silence real quick for him as I say this. This Passover, y'all seen us. We had our blue garments and whatnot, and when we got the shirts, right? And I looked at Warrior, and Warrior started cracking up because me and Warrior, we both got a Christian church background. Mm-hmm. And when they came out, I said, Warrior, you know what this looked like?
Brother got his white gloves out. He was ready to praise dance over them.
It just reminded us. It reminded us of a particular a Baptist church garment. But anyways, but all praise to the Most High God that he was able to transition into truth. But to that great getting up morning, go ahead and throw that up on there, Q. Until that great getting up morning to be able to see him once again. And that's just a reminder. We want to grow old in this thing. We want to get aged in this truth. Christ said, those that endure to the end, that same shall be saved, right? It's a glorious thing. What's that precept that says, blessed is he that is found working, right?
Yeah, found so doing. That's in Luke 12.
Yeah.
And then also it's a scripture because now we can reflect on the acts that you've done through your life. We can have wonderful, beautiful things to say about how you have allowed the Lord to work through you and touch so many people's lives and been, that first Bible that a lot of people actually read is through your acts and through your conduct. So, we have a little saying in the camp was like, be like, be like Warrior, so that's what we all strive that we can do this work until the Lord see fit that we make it out of this thing.
That's right. You have something cute.
Counter to one.
Go ahead.
I say that's got to be one of the greatest things, to take away from what can on the surface
seem lagging, or is that us lagging? You want to say something cute?
Counter to one. Counter to one. Can I be heard, family?
Okay, kind of. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
I was saying what can on the surface seem like a sorrowful thing, which of course, you know, it's definitely painful and whatnot for of course us who've done the work with us, who've received counsel from him, wisdom from him over the years and have grown attached with him. Of course, for the family and whatnot, where the comfort comes in is of course within the life that he left behind, within the teachings that he's left behind, within the works that he put forth while he was on earth. So that even though it is that that his physical state is not here, what we see is that he strove for that everlasting life. And that if it be the Lord's will, may he rise again, right? But the example that he left behind for us is to walk after that same thing and to live a life that's well pleasing unto the Most High, so that we can have that hope in the day of our own death. We can have that hope in the day in which the Most High may take us from above this thing, so that instead of leaving behind a sorrowful and unforeseen end for our family, but instead, no, it's known, this man was striving to keep the commandments. He was doing the work. He was teaching his people. He was setting that example and being that light. So that's the kind of life that we should strive to live. And if we want to honor anybody in their death, and of course, you know, to kind of show that respect onto them, the best way we can do that is by following that example of keeping the commandments and by striving for the truth until the end, man. And I'm gonna yield there, one. It's you on mute, other one. I'm gonna say when I teach y'all, I teach myself.
Okay, can we have some tests?
Okay.
Hey, Khan, you know, receive the words that we're saving. What we're receive the words that okay, yeah, they can hear him. Cute, that's all right. Receive the words that we're saying. Take that thing to heart. Let it be encouragement to keep striving. I understand. Some people say death can be it's a bitter, sweet thing. But let the Most give me wisdom of Solomon. I want to bring this out. Seek not. Was that Wisdom of Solomon 2:1 or 1? Seek not death in the era of thy ways.
1:12.
That's Wisdom of Solomon. 1:12.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse number 12.
Mm-hmm.
Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not yourselves destruction with the work of your own hands.
So what Solomon is giving us that wisdom there, because some people seek death. A worldly term is, you know, the sweet release of death. No, wisdom of Solomon, he told us, seek not death in the era of our ways. When you mess up so bad, it becomes overwhelming. You don't want to be, and you want to depart from this natural life. But as I believe David said that there is no repentance after the grave, right? You can't do no more work after you die. But you want the Most High God to receive your spirit. What do I mean by that? You want Yahweh to take when Yahweh said he's ready for you, not when you say that you're ready, right? Warrior said in that video, Yahweh gonna do what he want to do at any time he gets ready to do it.
Right.
So I just want to bring that out. So I just want to have just a real quick moment of silence, and then we're gonna get right on in the class there. Let's see me throw this on up. All right. Hey, Khan, all praises. All praises. Give me Deuteronomy 20 and Deuteronomy.
Like, you don't want to repeat that, please?
Deuteronomy 28 and 54. I want to
Comment.
show y'all something. I want to show y'all a clip. Some of you guys may have seen this clip, and the first precept that came to me was Deuteronomy 20 and 54. Y'all know we normally teach that. A lot of Israelites, we teach that here at Sun Thunder. We teach that as the ultimate curse. And I say, yo, is the curse lifted? That's what I thought. It was really spiritual. It was really spiritual. So I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna play this video, add it to the screen. I may have to mute it. Matter of fact, I think. Let's see. I should let Q do it.
What you need me to do, One? I got it paused right now.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot it's a lag. It's a lag on our end. So just I got it ready for you to hit play. When they start playing the music and stuff on there, I don't want us to get no copyright. Just mute the video. But yo, so okay. Of course, I think this is Waffle House. Yeah, this is Waffle House, right? I know how Waffle House get down. I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all watch the video. Hit play for me. And this is going to usher us into Let's Take It From
Yo, if y'all. Damn.
Get him again. Get him again. Y'all see that? Y'all see how the brother? Q, go ahead. Because I know you want to say something on it. Go ahead, Q.
Hey, I don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. No, I was finna say the Fortnite sound effects was finna take me out. I'm not gonna hold. But when it comes to that point, yo, to see the brothers in the midst of they anger and whatnot, in the midst of they wrath towards one another, they didn't lose sight of who it is that they was. Oftentimes, we can look at our own as the complete and utter enemy as a result of our disagreements, as a result of our scuffles and whatnot, to the point where we can't be brought back to one another. But instead, them brothers, they hugged. If y'all see that, like, yo, and they didn't continue with that because at some point it became something else. So it's like, hold on, you can't just do that, right? But it's a point that I've always stuck with from my childhood, and I learned this from an Israelite artist, right? If I don't know if y'all heard of the brother Kazawan or Tribe of Judah Teach, but he said at this point in a song, he said, every family fights sometimes, but they always stick together. And that's the kind of message that we have to take as a nation. Even though we may disagree on certain points, like the general was going into earlier with circumcision, even though we may not always get along, but we have to consistently stick together. And that's an example of that right there. No matter how, that's what I take from it. Y'all can look at it like they shouldn't be fighting in the first place. Like, we can say that, but at the same time, hey, they turned away from that thing and they put it behind them. And I yield there.
Hey, David and Saul fought, but David looked out for Saul. Y'all better not touch him.
Right. Right.
Y'all bet not touch me. This is and that's just us. I think I quoted that back before on one of these classes. That's one of my favorite movies, right? And when Quick and Verna was fighting, that was just them two. But they never let it go with outside of their own. They took care of that judgment right in house, right? They dealt with the alts within a house. They didn't go to the heathen, right? Even when I'm trying to think of that account. I can't think of that account right now. But the point is this. First, give me Leviticus 19 and 16. Because when y'all see in the video, I'm gonna put it back up on. I'm just gonna mute it. I'm gonna let it play. Mute it. Let's see.
And I'll tell you why you pull that up. You see, it was a wonderful thing because in that moment, the brother looked and he saw the safety of his brother was more important than his quarrel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want? I got a meeting so we can talk over it.
Hey, that's
y'all see how he. It switched up. It switched up. The caption says, when you don't know your place and jump your ass into black people business, laughing out loud. Y'all see the two brothers, right? I believe that they're Israelites. They look like they're some Israelites. And I believe that he looks like an Edomite, right? Mm-hmm. He got into some Israelite business. We know how to handle this. But even if you're trying to break this up, you went, even the scripture says, you went too far.
Yeah.
You don't break up a fight like that. You got him choked up
right
around the neck, cutting off his oxygen. That's in their blood.
Yeah. I mean, because even then, so that right there, that's a rear naked choke. That's not even an oxygen choke. That's a blood choke. You're cutting off the blood in the carotid artery from going to the brain. That's why 7 to 10 seconds of continuous pressure that you're out. And so that's not a self-defense choke. And you see how he has his hand wrapped around his neck? If the brother doesn't save his brother in that moment, he dies. There's nothing he can do to stop that. And he realized that the dude was going too far. His bloodlust had taken over, at that point. And he realized, dude, you gotta stop. And he was able to put his issues on pause and realized that the biggest threat in the room was the Edomite. And that's what we gotta do.
That's what we gotta do. We gotta understand who our enemies are. Even though we may be at it with each other, but when they start coming in, because that's what they want. They want us to go at it with each other so they can slither their snake on tails up in there and further it.
Yep. It's no different than when they drop off crates of guns in the hood. Or it's no different than when they come from out of state, out of country, and show up to these riots, and they the ones antagonizing. They the ones that's breaking down the business. They the ones that are perpetuating and furthering the madness. You know what I mean? To rile us up and get us super angry. Because he could have very well, if his concern was neutralizing the threat or diffusing the situation, he could have stepped in the middle. Come on, fellas. Let's stop.
Right.
But he didn't do that. He immediately went to attack mode to the Negro he didn't prefer.
Mm-hmm. And that comes into play that I got a Negro friend. I got a black.
Right.
Brothers and sisters of Deuteronomy 28 and 54, the hate that we have towards each other being lifted in that very moment. Even going to Leviticus 19 and 16 about not standing at the blood of your own people. Like the captain just said, you will stay in that blood chokehold for too long.
7 to 10 seconds, because it's cutting off the blood to your brain. That's why a lot of times, if you even look in MMA fights, once they get that RNC, rear naked choke, and they get it good, you have to tap. And you see oftentimes people, they'll go to tap and they'll still be asleep because they don't even have the time to tap. You know, like even if in Latin culture it's called mate leon, which means the lion killer, because you can literally kill a lion. You can kill anything with that choke because it stops the blood to the brain, and it doesn't matter who you are, you're going down. And you can ask any nurse or healthcare professional what happens if you don't get blood or oxygen to your brain for an extended period of time. Lights out.
Brain dead.
Lights out. You want to say something to you, look like you want to get in there.
Counter to one. As well as what the sister just put on the screen as well in the comments. She said that happened in New York where a Marine choked out a brother on a train and unalived him. I want to say that brother's name was like Jordan Neely, if I'm not wrong. We covered this on Bar for Bar a while ago. But at the same time, we oftentimes get so caught up in, effing, right? I know I can get to cussing. I know this is after hours, but listen, we oftentimes get caught up in, that kind of spirit towards our people to the point where we forget who it is that we are towards each other, man. We aren't supposed to care because it's them or it's because that happened to him. But no, we're supposed to care because it's us. That's the kind of mindset that we need to start taking towards these things. When we see all kinds of we see our people getting hurt out here, when we see our brothers and sisters, being put in situations like this where their life is on the line, like the brother noticed, it's like you could either be selfish or selfless in that kind of situation. But the choice is up to us at the end of the day, man. Right? And I'm gonna yield there.
No, really quick. Usually, we don't give too much attention to scoffers, but I'm just help the person who's saying it. First off, the first thing about Israel that's not true. There are plenty of maps and proof in history showing that Israel existed prior to 1948, and also those lies about King James were written by a man who was his known enemy, and it was written several years after his death. But there are actually proof. There's plenty of proof proving that all to be lies. Maybe send an email to sonsofthunderisraelites@gmail.com, and we can set up a more detailed discussion.
Right. Let's advance. So that's a great way to start out this class tonight on this particular topic. Now, the title is "We Taking It to Hell." Back in the world, this is going to be every class should be a self-examining class on which areas that you need to grow at in your life. Come on back, Q. Come on back.
I do the same thing out of one. I do the same thing.
Back before we came into the knowledge of God, right, keeping the commandments, knowing how to deal, before we knew Matthew 6, before we knew Leviticus 19, before we knew how to deal with our people when it comes to it and all, before we got to Christ's teachings, when Christ taught us to be harmless as a dove, when Christ taught us to agree with our adversary quickly, when Solomon gave us his, when Sirach didn't hide his wisdom under a bushel, he gave it to us, right? and many more I could name. Before we knew that, some of us was taking it to hell. When someone did something to us, one of my sayings, I'm going to get them in. I want to get them in their neck, because who you talking to? Who do you think you messing with? And those times, we of us, I'm gonna speak for myself. And if you relate, you can relate. I was able, I did some things, get in their neck. And the thing about it was about winning, and I won, but not realizing the consequences after that. Some of the things, because I wanted to win. Yes, I won in that moment. What were the results after that? I was a person that always wanted to take it to hell. And sometimes it worked, but me being blind, because the Bible teaches us the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God, right? Some of those things that I did, yeah, I won, but I was blind to the repercussions of that thing. And now let's jump forward. We in this truth now. We understand we got to move harmless. We got to be harmless as a dove, not only with our people, but with our adversaries too. Because sometimes our adversaries will, especially in this truth, our adversaries will really get under our skin. And there's certain moves we can make, it's certain telephone calls we can make to go get that. Right? But I say this all the time, you have to take your time, slow down. You don't want to move too hasty out of the emotions. Our general teaches us this. He doesn't talk or make decisions when he's angry, when he's down. That's something I have to wait to cool down, right? When situations arise that gets you to that point, you have to come to the point to identify where you're at and understand that, wait a minute, I see where I'm at. I got two roles. I really want to handle it. Handle it the way. It's a lot of things I really want to handle the nigga way. But me shutting my mouth and me just letting things play out, I'm counted as much wiser.
And Salakia, I got a couple precepts, man, to help give some edification on that. I got Ecclesiastes 7 and 9, which is it says, "Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rests angry. It causes you to make foolish decisions, man. It causes you to be hasty and do things." And it says that I'm paraphrasing. It says, "A man that doesn't have control of his spirit is like a city without walls." Anybody can come and play on that anger and take advantage of that, because your anger is a weakness. Sometimes, but it's okay. Actually, sometimes it can be used as a tool to motivate you and say, you know what? I needed that. Okay, bet. Say less. And you can use it to motivate you. But then also you got to be careful, because it's a fine line, because that'll actually get you to go off. And you'll start justifying what you're doing instead of letting vengeance be the Lord's, right? And then, to what you were talking about earlier, because when we know that we're following the Most High God, we understand that vengeance belongs to Him. And there's 10 times out of 10, there's something that the Lord has given you grace for when you deserve that same punishment. But we have mercy on our brothers, hoping and praying that the Lord have mercy on us. And sometimes we can see the people in the world, like we can see them they can get it off. And we see them getting away with things. Yep. And it'll aggravate you.
Yep.
Because essentially we know that we are held to a higher standard, right? So I'm going to bring this out real quick. This is the book of Sirach, and you can go ahead and break this down. There's the book of Sirach, chapter 9, and I'm going to read 11 through 12. 11 through 13. It says, envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be in his end.
It's like right there. So a lot of us, we want to look at what the sinners, because you know what is right. Kaya said, this is my favorite precept. Kaya said, this is my favorite precept. David said, trust in God and do good. As long as it's what? As long as it is lawful, right? Or how you act on different situations. Some of us, we want to envy the sinner. We want to look at the sinner because that sinner, Sarah is going to say that they have good success. We want to take that and like, oh.
We want that instant gratification. We want, oh.
You don't know what their reward is going to be.
Right.
You don't know what their outcome is going to be. You don't know how your house is going to deal with them individuals. Same as you, because it's to know than not to know. Because they know into evil, what you're paraphrasing, you going to get that greater judgment. So you may, wait a minute, you may have did, Captain, now y'all see you have to learn to take low, because you may have did certain things in the world, and you may not see the repercussions of that, but now you know to do good. Now, you do those same things, what will be your latter end?
Right.
Finish, keep going.
In fact, and then Q, if you could also queue up Bible Psalms chapter bring out after this, right? So continuing in the book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse number 12. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
Don't enjoy the things that the sinners do. Don't glory, don't make well of the things that those that go against God's laws, that goes against what thus saith the Lord, that goes against the Bible, right? Don't go against that thing.
Because I tell you one thing, let me see what started for. Because one thing, hey, in the world, they glory at getting your get back. They glory at getting your retribution. They're like, especially out here in LA, now they're like, bro, we only fight in jail. You do something to me on the streets, I'm gonna chip you or I'm gonna shoot you. If you want to fight, we can fight in jail when it ain't no guns. And that is something that people look at to be manly. Because why? They don't fear the Lord, and they don't consider the consequences. And nor do they value the soul of that brother or understand that the Lord cares about his salvation the same way he cares about yours. And so we develop this evil eye, and we may see other people getting their retribution, get back, and think that, oh man, I wish I could taste that. But they're not realizing that judgment that they're gonna get for that is harsh.
You don't want that.
And you don't want that. All right. So I'm gonna finish this. It says, delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
Yo, they're gonna receive sir, I think it's in the Apocrypha.
What?
The Most High judgment is likened unto a ring. That in
it's First Ezra 5:42.
Yeah, let's take that. And Paul taught the same thing. He said,
second.
Yeah.
He said, what did Paul say? He said, what so that shall you reap, whether you reap good or bad, right?
Galatians.
That's Galatians, right? Go ahead and read that.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5, verse number 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment into a ring. Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so, there is no swiftness of the first.
So you're going to receive it. So if you don't receive it in that very moment, it's coming. It's going to come right back at you, and sometimes it's going to come greater than what you did. You know, I remember I have to think of this. These scriptures you have to apply these scriptures. We did that class already. Why don't you apply what you have taught? I had a friend, right, in the world. She was in the world, right, deeply in the world. And I started envying her about some of the things that she was getting. Q, say something.
I know.
Say something.
I know who this was talking about.
Say something, Q, quick.
No. Hey.
So when it comes to that point, shoot, we can end up. Hey, listen. I got two precepts. Galatians 5. I want to hold that Galatians 5, but I want to go into that Proverbs 12 in verse number 16. I don't know what that was. But check this out.
Hey, you got to be tuned in the after hours.
Check this out.
We did that lesson. I'll let you. Real quick. I envied this person, right? Because they was getting some great things. They had great success. And I'm working my ass off. I'm over here, again, I'm quoting one of my favorite movies, Harlem Nights. You got this, all of this. I'm over here living in a hovel. That's what he's saying. I'm living in a hovel. I'm not living it, but compared to what she was getting, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And I have to remember that, but I yield. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, so real quick, if you got that Psalm 26.
Counter the one, I got it. It's the book of Psalm chapter 26 and verse 4. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I have hated the congregation. I have hated the congregation of evildoers. It will not sit with the wicked. I will wash my hands.
And really, so what is happening right now is David is talking about, although, I had some misfortune, and although people, persecuted me and tried to misuse me, I stayed in my integrity. You can see that in verse 1, and then also we're going to jump down to verse 9 after this. You're going to see that. But there's so much power in maintaining integrity because you fear the Lord and you understand, hey, the Lord could give you something that I can't even give you. Mm-hmm. So I know that if I take low and I just put money in the bank and make an opportunity to where I can show mercy, the Lord's judgment, let the Lord's will be done. Get out of the way, because you never know. What if the Lord is trying to plant a seed in this person, and through the grace that you showed him, through the mercy that you showed them, that person might be like, dang, he didn't react that way. Mm-hmm. Why not? I know I violated. You know what I mean? And you never know that could be a seed that be planted to wake that person up. But if you take vengeance in your hand and try to step in and get in the way, you messing stuff up. You want to be able to speak like David does right here, right? So he says, listen, I wasn't getting eye to eye with those evildoers. I wasn't making myself on the same page as the wicked, right? But what did I do? Verse 9. You want to be able to say this. We're going to read this down to 12.
Counter to 1, verse 9. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men, in whose hands is mischief, and their right hand.
Lord, don't put me up with them.
In whose hands?
Lord, don't categorize. Sorry, it's
a lag. It's a delay.
Yeah. Sorry, just read it.
Counter to 1. In whose hands is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. But as for me, I will walk in mine integrity. Mm-hmm. Redeem me, and be merciful unto me. My foot standeth in an even place.
So he can say that. He can say, Lord. The reason why he could say that, he could say, listen, Lord, have mercy on me. Why? Because I made sure that I walked in my integrity. I did what was right regardless of the circumstance. So because of that, I can do what? I can now stand in an even place. I'm not in a lukewarm position. I can stand boldly on stable ground and say, Lord, please have mercy on me. Get them. And that's why I said, when they go low and you try to go low with them, you end up going to hell. Because you got a different assignment and you got a different standard to be held to. And once we realize that and realize what it means really to be holy, to be set apart. Matter of fact, last one, and now I'll pass the ball. Read Leviticus 11:45. And see what it says. And when you realize that, what it means to be actually called after the Lord and the calling that's on you, you stop moving like an American.
Give me that. One. This is Leviticus chapter 11, verse 45. But I am the Lord that bringeth you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy.
The Lord said, listen, you my child. You be holy because I'm holy. Now, do you belong to the Lord or don't you? Because if you are, then you got to approach every situation, especially when they wrongfully persecute you. Because we know Christ taught that will happen, right?
Yes.
Now, if you know that that's on you, then you got to move in a holy fashion, right? Because we belong to the Lord. And there's nothing that anybody has done to you that you haven't done to Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Period. Matter of fact, I saw one of the brothers I love, man. He posted today. He was like, man, you ever consider that the stuff people do to you is an exact result of what you do to the Father? And he'll send somebody to do something to you to wake up, to open your eyes to exactly how you making him feel. You understand? But that's why fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Because when you start to fear the Lord and understand who he is and who you are in relation to him, now you can start moving in a wise place. And you actually fear the Lord who can send an angel to kill 5,000 people in one while. You can fear the Lord who could bring a man from up high and low. You can fear the Lord who could open up a whole piece of the earth and make some fall. You can fear the Lord who came up with spontaneous combustion, which is still the craziest thing to me. People don't even talk about that. And literally just catching on fire right here, right now. You can't do that. All you can do is be angry and bitter and let it stress you out while they over there on a yacht enjoying themselves. So
I'm not on that yacht.
Right.
I should be on that yacht.
So your best bet is to do like David did and walk in your integrity so the Lord can have mercy on you and do what he's going to do with them. Because they getting their glory. You, well, you see where you going.
That's why you have to, this Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Mm-hmm. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. You got to have that knowledge of a snake, right? But then Christ said, harmless as a dove. Yeah. You got to be blameless, even when they persecute you and you know you're right. You didn't cross all your T's, dotted every single I. And then that thought comes in your head. I want to take that. You know what? Because you get weary. That's what it is. You get weary. Yep. Because the weight on the situation is placed upon your shoulders, and you start thinking back about that old vomit. Like, if I was to do this, they wouldn't be playing with me this way.
On every time.
But Christ said you got to be harmless as a dove, meaning you got to be blameless. You must remain blameless. Go ahead, Q. I know you want something.
A counter one, even to that point, because what we oftentimes think is that me taking that vengeance is a reward for myself. I'm going to take I'm going to take it for me, that gratification of them getting what's coming to them. I'm going to take that for myself. But the problem with that is anything that you can do is nothing in comparison to what the Most High God can do. But at the same time, what it does is only punishes you. Give me Proverbs 12 and verse 16 real quick. Check this out. Proverbs 12 and 16 and Galatians 5 and 16. Just to show the solution for this as well.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 16. A fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame.
So it's a shame unto you that you threw your whole life away at 17, bro. It's a shame unto you that you over here 60 years old in prison. You don't have, because you got locked up in your youth because you didn't control your temper. That's a shame onto you. That's a shame onto you that you pushing that to the younger generation as an OG in this thing. That's a shame onto you. But it's presently known because we rejected knowledge. It's presently known because we don't want to learn. We don't want nobody to tell us that our way is wrong, that it's not right to take it to hell, right? So when it comes to that point, man, but what? A prudent man, somebody that gives that thought before action, that's who's going to cover that shame, right? That's what it means to have prudence. Check this out in Galatians 5 real quick.
And it reads, Galatians 5 and 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
So we have to walk in the spirit, man. The flesh, that's what's really trying to get you to say, well, you know what? Fuck them. Like that's what you like. That's like, yo. The flesh is what's trying to push you to that point. Because because listen, I've been there. Like, yo, sometimes you'll be like, man, I did everything right. Yo, I've been the only one holding it down this whole time, but nobody give a dang about how it is that I feel. So you know what? I'm gonna stop caring myself. But one thing that the Most High showed me is that's far from the right spirit, because I remember one time I'm out here in Chicago, man, and it was this young brother. He was getting ready to take it to hell. I thought I was. Yo, he was like, I don't know what the situation was, but here it is in the midst of my anger, my fury with the situation, get ready to go off. Like, yo, brother walking down the street, he outside talking to himself, talking about, yo, even if I gotta go kill somebody, and like he getting ready to take it. Oh, so like it, unalive somebody. He getting ready to take it to hell, right? But at the same time, what example would I have set in that situation within a case like that, right? So we have to ask ourselves, within a situation like this, is this edifying, right? Is it right for me to take it to that point, right? Yeah. Is that what a spiritual man would do? Continue to read.
Oh, in Galatians?
Come there. Right. Verse 17. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh.
But
and these are contrary the one to the other, that ye cannot. You said read which one?
17.
17. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
You got to remind yourself, I can't do those things that I would do. What you would do is take it to hell. What you would do is, you know what? Shoot, I'm going to take it to the 144th degree. But no, right? Like verse 15 tells us what? But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one of another. We got to be mindful of these things, because it's not just a me thing. It's not just about a you thing. It's about us at the end of the day, man. And the Most High, he's he's gonna take care of every last one of us, right? Depending on whether we reap within this life. You don't have to take matters into your own hands. Shoot, when it comes to taking it to hell, right? Let the Most High fight for you, right? Um, I want to get that. I want to get that verse 6 and 9, but I'm gonna yield there.
Hey, and real quick, let's take it back to Proverbs, man, because it's a little bit more meat on the bone. Let's start at Proverbs 11 and verse 2, man. I tell you, it's about what you're saying. It was so funny because growing up, I played baseball, right? I'm the best baseball player in the camp. Make sure that the general knows that. Okay. So, but me, I was always a starting catcher, right? My pitcher, that was my guy. I mean, we had it down. I just found him on social media because he got elbow. He got all day. He got life without the possibility of parole. He been down 20 years. I'm like, wow. Think about how much life has passed since then. This was 20 years ago. He got life. All because of a decision. All because he was prideful. He wanted to put on for what he believed in at the time. And he wanted to stand up and you're not gonna do this to me. Now look at him. Life without, washed up. And he's just one of many examples. I was thinking about this because I just saw my brother Sean, Lil YE. Right? Give me that in Proverbs 2.
Counter to one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 2.
All right. We're going to read 2 and 3, and we got to jump down to 12.
I'm gonna yield to out of one, so it's no lag.
One y'all go.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lag. Okay, Proverbs 11 and 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with lowly is wisdom.
See, because when you get prideful, you will start doing things that's honestly shameful. But when you take low, it's wisdom, right? It don't make you a punk. It don't make you a sucker. If you understand that I got something to lose, and B, I'm giving vengeance to the Lord, and I'm putting money in the bank. I'm putting money in the bank because the worst thing that you want is, we get it. Listen, we can go crazy in Sirach. We can go crazy in Mark. It's a good one in Mark. I want to say it's 11 and 26, or it's 11 and 28. But it's basically show mercy unto your brothers so that the Lord can show mercy unto you. It's in Sirach 2 and everything, but it's a perfect one in Mark, right? But it is a beautiful thing to take low. So that way, when it's your turn, you got money in the bank, and the Lord will wink at that because he saw when you winked at your brother. You understand? Give me that.
Verse 3. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of the transgressors shall destroy them.
See, when you got integrity, that's going to be your guide. I'm doing the right thing regardless of what you're doing. I'm doing the right thing because it's the right thing. And thus saith the Lord. That's going to be your guide, right? But see, if you're not walking that way, you start to move perversely. It's no different than when the Lord said, "All right, listen, y'all vain talkers and doing things to be seen of men," because you are so prideful, you worried about the perception of men instead of worrying about the Father, who has the power to kill your body and your soul. But when you start moving like that, all right, say less. Boy, hey, you lucky I got these things on, you lucky. Hey, you understand? But watch, verse 12.
Verse 12. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace.
Hold his peace, right? Because when somebody offends you, you know what? It's all right. I can hold my peace, say less. You got it. You got it. Because really the Lord got it. And I'm not going to let you put me in a twist. And I'm not going to let you put me in something to where now I'm losing my position with the Lord. Because you know better. Right? So if you move just looking for vengeance and eye for eye, you know better than the Edomite that you spend all your whole truth time bashing. Right? You know different. You know different than the people of the world. But see, actually, you're gonna get it worse because you know better, right? And because we're gonna jump over. Keep going.
Verse 13. You want 13?
No. Just wait. Actually, just go over to chapter 13. Start at 2.
And it reads, a man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressors shall eat violence.
Right? Because inevitably, violence is going to come about, and that's what you're going to have. All right? Because Satan's job is to get you caught up in the twist, and he can't convince you when you think you're wrong. Satan gets you when you think you're right. Satan will spin on somebody else to get in your way and step on. Yes, and what you gonna do now? Get him. Yes, you're right. And that's a perfect opportunity for you to put on. That's a perfect opportunity for you to show the fruits of the Spirit. That's a perfect opportunity to show that the work that the Lord is working on you. They watch him and see what he gonna do. Like, oh man, all right. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Hey, take it as a challenge. Oh, it's like, say nothing. You trying to put me in a twist, huh? You think I'm gonna be a sucker, huh? No. Because that's why we're gonna walk in our integrity. And like I always say this, put money in the bank. I'd rather have 4, 5, 6 times when I gave somebody a pass that didn't deserve it, because I'm gonna need a pass one day. Right? Keep going.
The soul, where we at?
Verse 3.
Verse 3. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his mouth.
You see that? Even sometimes, again, being flippant with your mouth, you keep in your life. Why? Because what? Every idle word you're going to have to give an account for. Not to mention, it's people that kill. Man, I got homies in jail that have done things just because of what somebody said. Yeah. Just because of what somebody dissed. Just because of what somebody said to their girl. I was cheating on them with the person that said it, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? So he that keepeth his mouth keepeth your life. Keep going.
But the soul, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction.
You shall have destruction. Shut up. Watch your mouth. Sometimes even we get real flippant with our mouth. Oh, because you can't. But I got something to say. No, bro. Honestly, shut up. Because you kind of even halfway doing it. I get you mad, but guess what? A person who can control others is strong, but the person who controls himself is mighty. You honestly weak, and you being played like a fiddle. And Satan sitting up there playing like a fiddle, and you so riled up with wrath right now that you're not even moving in the spirit. You're a whore for Satan. In that moment, right? Verse 10.
Only by pride cometh contention.
What?
Only by pride cometh contention.
Only by pride cometh contention. Because when you start moving out of pride, you realize, oh, you're not going to get me to contend with you. I'm going to give it up to the Lord. But when somebody got you messed up, when you feel like, oh, no, blah, 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 that's pride. Because you not even realize you did that 6 ways to Sunday. To the Father. So should the Father have the same judgment you as you want to have toward his brother? Surely you would not say that. So you're not even coming in a humble place. You coming out of ignorance and stupidity. because you think you're right. Right? And that's how I'm telling you, so many times we get caught up in a twist that way. Right? And how many times you'll never see this person again in your life?
Yep.
How many times? Hey, that road rage spirit. I saw a brother, man. I saw it was an Issacharite that was sliding with his son. Right? He got into a road rage incident with an Edomite. Right? He cut the Edomite off. Esau got mad, shot at his car. He shot at his car and killed his son in the back. Now, Issachar, he was just going wherever, but because he was so enraged that he had to engage in that fight, now his son is dead. Yeah, the Edomite went to jail, but couldn't you switch lanes? Couldn't you have just let this car pass? There was literally no threat to your life, but because you were so enraged, now your son is dead.
It's lucky.
That road rage is heavy.
Go ahead.
And even to that point, because we oftentimes say, well, good, he got locked up, but that doesn't bring the son back. That doesn't keep our loved ones here, is the point in the teaching behind this. A lot of these situations, it can end up taking food off your table, take food out your kid's mouth. It could take bread out your pocket. It could ruin relationships and cause problems that it can be very difficult, that a simple "I'm sorry" can't fix. So when it comes to, they go low, I gotta one up them. I gotta take it to hell. That's the wrong spirit, man. I was actually planning a camp teaching on this. I might still have to bring this out.
What'd
you say?
No, I'm saying look at Rampage Jackson's son. When Psycho Stu did something, he beat the dog. He beat the crap out of him.
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. he beat him. Went to jail, paid the fine, and now he's tainted forever. Psycho, the Edomite was wrong. It's two left shoes for sure. But he just had to, I'm going to show you.
Especially us in this truth. Because sometimes our rage, especially, let it be a Moabite. Let it be a Moabite. Yo, the other day, right? I was driving on my way to work, and this Edomite had cut me off. I mean, the way he did it could have caused a great accident because I'm a defensive driver, right? And I had an empty bottle. I had an empty bottle, right? And this is glass, right? So when you're on the freeway, you have to throw something to really, you see what I'm saying? To make contact.
That's why I used to keep quarters.
Me too. I used to have those tokens, right? See, back in the day, because I wasn't throwing no money out the window. That's a quarter, you get you 2 jail fees. That's a different generation. But I used to get these tokens from the car wash because they ain't real, technically they're not real money, or back when Chuck E. Cheese was still around, the real Chuck E. Cheese, you had them tokens. They didn't have no car. And I used to, right after, but I said, you lucky I gotta be to work. Because he hurry up and got off the freeway because he seen me. So I let that window down, because you can't see in my car. And I let the window, he hurry up and he went over the little arm, the exit, because you already missed the exit, but you got that time to that little shoulder, right? And I wanted to, because I'm in a truck, but cute. And I wanted to, but I said, let me, it's another incident too, right? I said, let me not. I said, lucky I gotta be at work. Look, I don't got no time. Because if I had some time,
I got time today.
I would have, right? But it was one time I did have time.
Brother?
I had time. I had time.
What you did?
But the Most High God had mercy on me, though. Again, with my defensive driving skills, right? I just said, because I had road rage, right? And these Edomite couple, right? They wasn't over at all. They was, he had cut me off in the fast lane. He was going slow. You don't cut nobody off you gotta pick up speed. If you gonna jump in that fast lane,
go with the flow
of traffic, and he stayed the same speed. And I had to, everything went forward. I'm on the horn. I'm on my brakes. I'm pissed, and I got time. I followed him for at least if you familiar, I'm trying to get a house. I'm trying to get him out. I followed him from over there, over there, the McCarthy Oakland, from the bridge when you get on the Bay Bridge. I followed him right before that. All the way before, maybe like 3 miles before the airport, SFO.
Why?
Because my job was over there anyhow. But I passed my job because I was supposed to get off in the city. And I had time. And I was, I was doing dumb shit. I was being a nigga, right? And something told me to get off the freeway. And I got off the freeway and I went back in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see helicopter CHP flying.
Look at you?
In the other direction, yeah.
He probably called the police.
Yeah, that's what happened. I knew what it is. Yeah. And I was on my way to work. So I heard and got, I hightailed it to work. I heard got to put in that thing. But you see, but I got caught up in my emotions.
Because now it begs the question. So all right, so what happens if you catch up with him? Now you gotta do something.
I was gonna do something.
But that's what I'm saying. Now you're forced now to do something now. Because now if you catch up with him, get active. Or what are you chasing me for? Because now think about him. If I got my girl in the car and you chasing me, brother, one was about to die here. And of course he was gonna be in that spirit.
Mm-hmm. And one of us
come back to the screens.
I know Q. Come on back, Q. Go ahead. I know you want to say something.
Yo.
DJ crazy.
Yo, well, I don't want to
describe. Hey, you know me, yo. You know
GTA.
You're like CHP.
Go ahead, Q. You want to say something? I kind of deviated a little bit, but because this is for real. Y'all be doing that. I didn't see.
Are you another one? Are you?
But as we advance, you got to be blameless. Don't take it to hell. You always got to be blameless. You're gonna be placed. Trust me. And sometimes I call my boy a Q here. Because sometimes, no, you will be placed in situations that you are absolutely right.
100%.
You're 100% right. And your adversaries at that moment, whatever it may be, whether it be at home, right? Because sometimes it happens at home. Whether it be within relationships, whether it be your family, or whether it be out and about with a random, or even in your career, at school, whatever it may be, you are going to be placed in those situations where you're going to be right, and your adversary, you know how many times back when that stuff happened, it's a reason. Come to a feast. I tell you why I don't like Moab. In the Bay, ain't nothing but Moab out there, but they rule shit, right? And I had to say, no, let me not do this on airport property.
That's a federal offense.
That's a federal offense.
A felony. Do that stuff on federal ground. That's a felony. People don't realize that when they be going off in the airport, you will get an F, big homie. You will get an F.
A big fat ass F, right?
So everything.
And I have to think about it because I want to slide. I said I know because some of our matter of fact, give me that what is that in Thessalonians? Abstain from the appearance of evil.
Okay.
I think because I have to realize because some of us, I say this all the time, we still have these worldly tendencies.
Yeah.
And some of us know how to act. This becomes self-control. Some of us know how to act in the worldly tendencies, but you act not. But they still there. You have it under control, right? But Paul taught this to the in Thessalonica. Go ahead. What's that? Galatians, Thessalonians 5. Go ahead, read me that, kid. I think that's Thessalonians 5.
Verse 22.
What you want?
No, maybe 2.
Yeah, this is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22.
Yeah.
Abstain from all appearance of evil.
You have to abstain from the appearance of evil, because if at that time, during that season, because sometimes it be a season, just not in a moment. You go to bed thinking about that thing, because what it may be, because some things you can let go. Road rage, you let that go with it, after you get, you go a couple of miles, you're cool. You forget all about it. You get to your destination.
Unless they follow you for a couple of miles, huh?
I bet you they won't cut nobody else off in the past. Talk to but anyways, like if it comes to friendships or relationships, work, something that's more long lasting, you sometimes may go to bed on that thing and you're thinking about that thing. And you think about, I could do it. You jumping at it.
You thinking what you could do.
It's a series on Netflix called Them. I brought that up in the early stages of After Hours, right? It's this demon on there. Maybe one of these nights.
They was in Compton.
It did go. It was in Compton, and there was this demon on there. And that I forgot the demon name, but basically it was the father. He was his own enemy. It was his. What I say? What he was basically because you've seen it, right?
Years ago. I don't remember too.
Yeah, this came out during COVID. Yeah. So basically, the demon phrase was, "What you gonna do?" Every time something popped up, here come that demon. What you gonna do? Smiling. That's your adversary, Satan. Because what Satan is trying to do, he's trying to prove to God that you're not worthy. Go ahead, Q.
Counter to one, he's his own instigator. What he's trying to do is push him to that point, and it could be so heavy for us, man, because especially in the age of the internet, man. They take out the phones. What you gonna do? Like, yo, they take out the phones, and it gets to that point where it's just like now your reputation, your name is on the line, and all these other things, how people gonna view you out there and whatnot. But you got to set the example. And Christ was even placed with a situation where even holding the title as the Son of the Most High God on earth, with the situations like that he was placed at, where he had the power to do certain things, he would have been right to, according to our standard. You should have got off that cross and got some over there. Like that's what we'll say. But yo, what would that have done in that case and scenario? At that point, we have no sacrifice. At that point, Christ would have went off. Now he's not perfect. Then where does that leave the nation at? Whereas you setting the example and the tone in that situation, somebody can learn from that. You could take a hit on a personal level. It can hurt and it can run deep. And of course, you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry at that thing, right? That flesh is going to war against you because this is like, there's no way I can go out like this in front of all these people. A bunch of people that is not going to care within 2 weeks tops. A bunch of people that's, quite frankly, not going to remember. A lot of people whose opinion don't matter. These are things that we be forgetting about. So when it comes to that point of temptation, that's really what it is. We got to have some sort of verse that we can think back to in order to keep us from making that foolish decision, man. What Christ kept on his mind was, Father, forgive them, what they know not what they do. Father, have mercy on them. I love them. But oftentimes we can forget that, but Christ, he told us what? Bless them that curse you, right? Pray for them that despitefully use you. That's not talking about Esau beating the blood off your back. That's not talking about that. That's talking about how to deal with your brothers and your sisters when when they coming against you. He said, if they smite you on the right cheek, turn to them if they smite you on the left, turn to them the right also. He's not talking about just be no punk. He's telling you to expect disrespect. He's telling you some things you got to take on the chin. He's telling you sometimes you got to take low for the what? For the sake of everybody, so that you don't end up putting your partner, you'll put yourself in a position to where now all of a sudden your family, they go without you. You put somebody else in a position where you take them away from their own family. And it can get that deep, or it might not get that deep. But at the same time, we don't want to see what's on the other side of these things. It's pretty much the point. So with that, what you gonna do, Spirit? Yo, that's definitely a demon that our people is dealing with. And we gotta probably do like a deep dive on that thing. I'm gonna yield there though.
Yeah. We are.
Hey, man, you know, it's funny. I saw this the dude in jail. He was talking about, he was like, man, so many of us is in here for dealing with BANs and wanted to prove that we ain't a BAN. And now we sitting here with our women and our children out there being raised by the same BANs that we wanted to prove that we not. And we got our pride in this cell. And that same BAN got our women and our babies. So who the real BAN? Who the BAN your child think it is, right? But hey, like how the brother said, hey, look, you gotta have something. It's helpful to have a passage or a precept to call on. This is the one that I call on. If you can give me can we do first? Let's start at 1 Peter chapter 2. I mean, let's start at verse 1. Bob Bashar.
You said 1 Peter
chapter 2, verse 1. Or Q, you can read it, but just read it slow because it's a lag.
Oh no, I got it. I just text Q something. 1 Peter chapter 2.
Start at verse 1.
And it reads, wherefore laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speaking.
Listen, lay that aside. That malice, that guile, trying to deceive. Because you only fooling yourself. And those hypocrisies. Because you are a hypocrite to get on somebody's ass because you're right, but at the same time turn around and ask the Lord for mercy. Where is that? Mark 11 and 26. In my mind is saying it's either 26 or 28. Please.
It's 26.
It's 26.
Mark 11 and 26.
Get that.
And it reads, but if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses.
You are a hypocrite. If you don't forgive this person for violating you, but you're going to turn around and ask the Lord to forgive you for violating him, you're a hypocrite. And you're not realizing that in the moment because you're like, oh, you got me, blah, 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 blah. How much more did the Lord feel that, right? Because go back to Proverbs. Go back to Peter about Bashar, right? That's why he says, like what? Verse 2.
1 Peter 1 and 2. No. 1 Peter 2 and 2.
Yeah.
As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word.
Sincere milk of the word. That's how a lot of times we got to be taught again the first principles of oracles of God, man.
That's sound doctrine.
That's sound doctrine because listen, that's the stuff that's gonna save your life. I'm not used to being on that, you know. You know, that's the stuff that's gonna save your life because honestly, that is what it means to be in the truth. Not just knowing that you're Israelites, not just knowing whatever cool breakdown, but actually walking in the truth. Watch this. Go over to verse 15.
And it reads, "For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men."
Listen, it said that is the will of God. That's what God wants. You to do well, and you're going to put to silence those that are ignorant. That they too stupid to even know what time it is. They don't know what it is, but you do.
That's right.
That is it. That's what the Lord wants. That's his will. That you put to silence ignorant people. Why? By your well-doing. You kill them with kindness. You heap coals on their head. And you stay and maintain and walk in your integrity and be that Bible. Because it's like, I know about situations in which, how can I explain this? So it could be kosher. Oh, shit. I mean, I saw it down there. Hey, y'all gonna see it. But I've seen situations. I'm gonna try to explain this on a nice level, in which, you know, one person
speaking like you speak it.
Okay, there was two rival gang members, right? And one person had the other person dead to rights. Dead to rights. They had him. It was on. But he explained how in that moment, something said the Lord put on the spirit, don't do it. You can't do it. And his homies was there. Like bro, we got him. Like, go. And he couldn't do it. Only to realize later on, that person who was dead to rights had repented, is now, trying to follow the Lord, changed their whole life completely. God had another path for that person. You know what I'm saying? But if he did not listen, what would have happened? What condemnation would have been brought on his own self? But because he didn't do it, although it was ignorant at the time, saved by this man listening to the Spirit, right? And that's the spirit that we got to be in, right? Mm-hmm. All right, now switching reels on you a little bit. This is we'll put a battery in my back. This is what I rehearse when I feel like somebody violated me, and I gotta kind of go through the motions, walk myself off the ledge, right? Is this go down to 19, Buckle.
Okay, hey Q, go get hold me Matthew 5.
Count of the one.
And 43. If a man for conscience toward God endure grief, suffering wrongfully.
It says you should be thankful for that. It's worthy to thank the Lord. Hey, if you're suffering wrong, if somebody doing you wrong and causing you to suffer, it says that you should be thankful for that. That seems like an oxymoron.
It is.
Let's read why you should be thankful for that.
Okay, 20. For what glory is it, if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently?
It's no glory if, like, bro, you in the wrong and somebody crack you or somebody violates you because you really violated, and you say, all right, Con, you got that. There's no glory in that because you know you deserved it, right? Go ahead.
But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently.
But it is much glory if you did not deserve it, and if you're doing well and somebody violates you and you take it patiently. Why? Because you understand that vengeance is the Lord's and you show him mercy. That is much glory in that. Why? We just read it in Mark 11 and 26. Because having mercy on your brother will have mercy on you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Keep going.
This is acceptable with God.
That's acceptable with God. God likes that. That's putting money in the bank.
That's right.
For a time in which you probably gonna need it. I'm thinking that when they put you on the big screen, they be like, "This you, this you," and they replay it back. What you gonna say? You gotta have money in the bank for that day. You want those sins blotted out.
You want them to delete that one.
Delete, right?
Delete that one. Oh God.
Right. Keep going.
verse 21. For even unto where he called.
Wait, what that say?
But even hereunto where he called.
This is why you were called.
Because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps.
You was called to endure suffering.
But a lot of people don't want to endure that.
They don't want to do it.
They don't want to. You know, I heard. I'm not talking about. Oh Lord! Don't text me. Don't telegram me shit. Slack you.
This brother's about to go. Listen.
No,
I don't want for this.
brothers and sisters will say they don't want more patience, so I'm not going to pray for it. Brothers and sisters will say, I don't want more endurance because of the last thing I dealt with. It was too much, and I'm not going to pray for that no more. I don't want to go through those. That's the wrong. I'm not talking about one individual. I heard this from multiple people. I can count on two hands.
That's stupid.
So don't. These are Israelites in the truth. That's why I did that class about why don't you apply. That was towards y'all. Why you want to pray for that? Because didn't you make it out of that? Why? I'm like, no. You want to pray for more patience. Yes, you're going to be tested. You want to pray for more endurance, more strength. Yes, I understand that last situation, but now you may have some better people around you to help you through that now. But I'll let you.
No, but hey, to that point, something that I had to try to tell myself. Nothing. Nothing happens to you. It happens through you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you had this mindset, you realize I am the Lord's. You're not even doing it to me, because what you're doing is giving me you giving me money in the bank, one, and two, you giving me an opportunity to have a testimony and strengthen the next person. Nothing that the Lord gives you is for you. He's giving it something so you can share it to his sheep.
Exactly.
Period. Whether it's a blessing, whether it's a curse, whether it's whatever, he's giving it to you so you can be strengthened and feed his sheep. Period.
That's it.
And when you realize that, you stop taking it personally. Like, oh, brother, you don't know what you just did. You gave me an opportunity to shine. Put me in I've been waiting to get in the game. So you gave me an opportunity. I get to shine.
Because you're not the only person that's gone through this.
Facts.
You're not going to be the last person that's gone through this.
Facts.
You're going to have to able to let your light shine, right? And help somebody else. So you can kind of aid them, to help them, or prevent them from going what you went through, or aid them or help them through that thing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I say this all the time. We're not natural beings having a spiritual experience, but we're a spiritual being just having a natural experience.
Yeah.
You still here. Yeah, that last mess, I understand it, because we all been through some mess, right?
Yeah.
That we never want to experience ever again.
That is
we don't. So I understand it. Enduring feels like forever and ever. But his grace and mercy, his mercy endures what? Forever and ever, right? Because you still here. I understand it. But then when you get in a safe zone, when I say a safe zone, I mean you know, the waters are at ease, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to still have that prayer, strengthen me.
Yeah.
Give me more patience. But you don't want that. You don't want to pray that because of the last thing you want. No. I say this, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I say this, right? It could have been another way. Foreshadowing for a class in the future, right? It could have been another way. Think about that. Q said it earlier. If Christ got up off that cross, it could have been another way for the Israelites, for us.
Yeah.
And we could go on and on about that. But when things happen, when life starts life and this, that, and the third, when you really want to take it to hell, and actually think about it, you have to identify where you want to take it to hell. Because some of us just go there.
Right.
You still got some growing to do. But when you can identify it, let me not, but you're still angry, you ought to I heard the general say this years ago. You ought to say this prayer. Look, get that ready, Q. Matthew 5:43. You ought to look up to the ones that persecute you, the ones that really violated you, and you pray for them. Talk to them as though they are the Most High. Not saying that they are the Most High, but you're really talking to the Most High, right? And saying, Yahweh, forgive me. Forgive me for the thoughts because I really want to act on this. And I done some evil thoughts against them in this very moment. But Yahweh, forgive me. And if it's your will, put the spirit on this situation to ease it, to bring some calmness. But understand it. You ought to pray that and have that faith, but understand that you may not get that result from that individual. You may want that, apology from them. You may want that amends from them. You may want that old relationship or whatever the case may have been. You may want that back, but understand you're not going to get it. That's why you got to look up to the Most High God and say, Yahweh, I understand it. You really got to understand and say, I need you to do something for me. And that's when Paul's letters come into play, because sometimes you may even become speechless at that very moment. But that's when the moans, right, and the groans translate for the spirit. I think that's Romans 8, maybe. I think that's Romans 8, roughly paraphrasing, where the moans and groans would translate the things that you're speaking to the Most High God, just to put you back in the spirit. But go ahead and read that.
Count to 1. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 43. Ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. It's like it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy.
Right.
But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, and do good for them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
That's you right there looking up to the Most High God, praying in that very moment. Sometimes you do have to pray in that very moment. But when it lingers, right? When it lingers, you got to say, and ask Yahweh for forgiveness. Understand, I'm not going to get what I want from that individuals that trespass against me. Understand that, because sometimes you think you're going to get it.
Right.
No, you're not. I'm here to tell you that you're not going to forget it. I'm still waiting on people right now. Telephone to ring. Right? I'm not, but I will be. It has been times. I had a beef with a sister for years. This is too spicy for after hours. I'll tell you about it at a piece. I'll tell you about it after this. Right? I had a beef with this sister for years. Started in a Christian church, right? And me and her, if you know me, we used to sing professionally together. And some mess happened. But we still knew a lot of people. And this beef went on for like 12 years.
Yeah.
And me and her ended up working in the same departments. And it was that same beef from 12 years ago. Because it's been times where we were still running to each other, but it was always contention, right? And one day it was just me and her, and I said, you know what? Because now I'm in the truth now. This mess happened. The time was 12 years, but now we're in 26. This happened maybe 15 years ago, right? And I said, we got to reconcile this because I'm in the truth now. I said, and Passover was coming. I was new in the truth. And Passover, you ought not to do that, but I have the right intentions, right? Yeah. And I said, you know what? I said, if I get in the break room alone, I said, we gotta squash this. I said, this has been going on for 12 years. That's a long time to have a beef with somebody, and you constantly seeing them. And not just at work, but we had a lot of close constituents and family members, right? And some of them knew about the beef, especially the family members. They knew about the beef, right? So I said, I almost said her name. I said, sister.
Mm-hmm.
And she turned around. She said, yes. You know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember, this is all beef. But then I was able to voice what I was feeling. I said, we've been going at this for 12 years. And I said, the Bible don't teach us to act like this. Christ didn't teach us to act like this. I had to be the bigger person. And then from that point there, it was like a weight was lifted. The veil was lifted.
Mm-hmm.
It was lifted. It was a calmness over that relationship, right? And now because sometimes you're not gonna get back, sometimes you're not gonna get back the relationship that you had once before when two people fall out, whatever the case may be.
But it don't have to be.
It don't gotta be that animosity, like you added, it was bad, right? You come in the room, one of us got to go. It was to that point, right? Mm. But it was a heavy weight that was lifted. That was a curse that was lifted off of us, right? That was under Deuteronomy 28, right? That curse was lifted. I felt that thing. I can just imagine when that curse is lifted amongst our nation. Because I never had haven't beat for 12 years.
Yes,
that's a long time. And now we went to not just us two, but we was able to be in the same room together. We was able to go out to dinner together, not just us two. Right? No.
I know why she was mad at you, brother. I'm learning. I'm starting to understand.
We'll see. And but we was able to go out to dinner with other family members. That's what I'm saying. Because the family knew if we invited Sarah Bell, right? That ain't her name. I really want to say her name. But if we invited Sarah Bell, we can't invite Theo. But if we invite Theo, we can't invite Sarah Bell. And vice versa. That's how it was with the family. And sometimes it'll be like where we have to be in the same room because sometimes the family they was like, are you okay? They was like, are you okay with so and so? I'll be like, I said, that's her with that bullshit crap, right? That ain't me. And to be honest, it was always her, really. But as
what did it say? All contention comes by pride.
No, that was she had much pride, right? Because I always think about it. I always wanted to mend that thing, but the point is, it wasn't until I came into this truth and actually cracking open this Bible and understanding on how to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. Far from that. I mean, come to a feast day, Lord willing, tabernacles. I got stories.
And look, maybe that's the problem. Maybe that was the problem.
It's way too spicy. Even sometimes it may be frowned upon, but y'all come to tabernacles.
Brother,
I will be at Pentecost.
He want to tell this story around a campfire. It's so salacious.
Yeah, in the midnight hour, right?
Yeah,
I'm still waiting on Q right now. Once Q gets of age, right? I got a story I wanted to tell him about. But it's some things that I've seen the most. The thing about it, some of these stories is folly, but through it all, I see the hand of the Most High God on it because of how I position myself in some of these situations. Some positions, I shouldn't have did that, but some I handle it perfectly, and I've seen the hand of the Lord on it. I didn't give in to what the brother Q brought out beforehand. I didn't give in to that lust of the flesh. Because I got a dedication story too. But anyways, you want to say something, Q? Let me see. Let's take some.
Hey, hold on real quick. Q, give me John 13 and 15, and I'm gonna finish this out in Peter. Right? For those of y'all, all right?
But I want to answer this brother's question. But no, we wasn't on. No, she wasn't my girlfriend. She wasn't my wife. I'm going to say that, right? Mind you, this happened in the world. This mess happened in the world before I came to the truth. But sometimes those things may happen with you, because like I said, it's just not that. I have a lot of examples, right? I do have examples with girlfriends, right? Or which we see as wives. But sometimes those things you have to be patient with. Some of those, in some relationships, right? I want back because I messed up. I ain't gonna get that back. That's another. Y'all gotta cut that. And I ain't the only one. Brothers can tell you about some, that they want back too.
Don't point at me.
No. No folly. But I mean, but for me, all right, and other brothers. Oh yeah, this brother got a whole tribe. You go over there with that.
Right.
But for brothers,
but even in the world, bro, my rep was golden. I could always.
You have witches throwing you across the room. Go over there with that,
brother. I told this brother a story. Now he's telling my story. That was my campfire. Brother, can you read the book of John, chapter 13, verse 15?
Count on one. It's the book of John 13 and verse 15. For I've given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him.
So what? Keep on.
If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them.
You understand? So listen, we're not great. We're not greater than Yahweh Shai. He gave us an example of how to deal with it. And what did he say? He even said, hey, Lord, give me strength. Oh, hey, look, I got to fast.
Yes.
He used the word to combat that. That's the same thing you got to do, right? Now, mind you, did he go off in doing that? Right? Prove that back in 1 Peter, right?
Mm-hmm. Verse 21.
Yeah.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example, that ye should follow his steps.
Keep going.
Who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth.
So not only did he not act on the sin, but he didn't even have a deceptive tongue. He wasn't even just trying to get it off with his tongue. He spoke, thus saith the Lord, 100% of the time.
That's right.
Right? Keep going.
Who, when he was reviled not again.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So who are you to revile somebody that has caused reveling in your life? Right? Go ahead.
When he suffered, he threatened not.
So who are you to go threaten the people that make you suffer? Because are you following Christ or are you not?
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
But committed himself to him that judge righteously.
And that's the whole point. You give it up to the Lord, because if the Lord have it to where two damn she bears coming and tearing them up,
oh God,
that's the Lord. Hey, it's above me now. But if the Lord will have it so that this person gets mercy and repents and changes, then guess what? That's for the Lord to decide and judge righteously. It's not for you to insert yourself to get it off. Right? Keep going.
Who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, but whose stripes ye were healed.
You are healed by those stripes. Because of those stripes, because he willingly take those stripes, that could be healing on your own spirit to let you know if Yahweh Shai can do it, I can do it. And by enduring this, I got money in the bank. So yeah, come on, give me an opportunity to show off. Give me an opportunity to show all the work that the Lord has been doing on me. Because all you're giving me is a chance to get in the game. And that's why I said consider it thankworthy. Because so how else will you show? How else will you show lest somebody violate?
It's like even on this, right? It says, who his own self bear our sins. Think about that thing.
Yep.
My sins, this brother sins, that brother sins, your sin, and the nation, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He died for us, right? We got many lessons on that. We got questions. We could break that down. I'm not going to. That's a very heavy point I want to bring out. Being dead to sins. What this means is you no longer do it because of Christ, and you came to the knowledge of Christ. You understand what repentance is, meaning you stop from what you're doing. You stop transgressing God's laws. Understanding that, yes, I'm still receiving the consequences of those sins that I broke. Yes, some of us are, right? But you being dead to those sins, you're no longer doing it anymore. Those things are dead. That's it being blotted out. That's it being blotted out. You will want to pray for that. All praise. Brother said, now I'm choosing better. Let's see. Put this on the screen.
Brother King of the world, sometimes you have to forgive and forget. God.
That's the whole point. Because like I said, you're not going to able to get the forgiveness that you want from that from the other party. Like I said, I had to be the bigger person at that time. It's all because I had the word of God inside of me. It took me almost 11 years, 10 years and then get built up in the truth, because 2 years later, after I'm in the truth, now I have to realize, okay, this is how I go about this situation.
And your integrity should not be contingent upon someone else's behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You do it because we already read that, because the Lord said, you be holy because I'm holy. Not, oh, you be holy because somebody actually said, I'm sorry, and we're sincere. And no.
Because I want, because the issue was, and this is just not, whether this romantically, it doesn't matter. When you got to walk with your people, it's a heavy spirit, it's a heavy burden upon that. And you will want that to be lifted.
Wow.
That's just what you want, and it feels so good because my spirit is clean, my conscience is clean.
Right.
I no longer have that feeling towards her. She no longer have those feelings towards me.
Like David said, that's why I said, look, I can stand on even ground. I'm grounded and rooted on a healthy foundation.
That's what you want, how to stand with the Lord. You want to be able to stand with the Lord like that.
Bingo.
But the Lord is waiting for us to do that with each other. But I want to play this. Let's get some when Satan is tempting you, because Satan's going to tempt you, right?
Punk ass.
After hours. I should let Q do it.
Bitch ass nickel! You want to do something? Bitch ass nickel!
Let's see.
See that?
Bitch ass, faggot ass, punk ass, pussy ass, bitch ass nickel! You want to do something? Bitch ass nickel!
That's Satan. One more time.
Bitch ass, faggot ass, punk ass, pussy ass, bitch ass nickel! You want to do something? Bitch ass nickel!
Take that off the screen. Yo, that's Satan. That's that hell. He pull you down into it. He trying to tempt you to do something. He's trying to tempt you to do something. As you wind down the class, you had something to say?
Counter to one. It's just like Christ said in Matthew, I want to say 18 in verse number 7. He said, "Woe unto the world because of offenses." It must needs be that offenses are going to come. Like, people are going to violate. People are going to overstep their boundaries. People, us as men, we gonna go off. We gonna make mistakes. It's gonna be people that's close to us, right? Shoot, it could even be you within a certain point. But at the same time, it happens to us all, right? It's certain relationships that we want back, just like I don't want what's going into, but hey, what happened has happened. But of course, seeking for that reconcilement is ultimately what's best, and ultimately understanding this one key thing. If I can get just one last scripture, Hebrews 12:1.
He said what?
Hebrews 12:1.
You
got to use, my brother, get that. You got to use those situations to grow from it. Let it advance you. Let it be the betterment of you.
You ready?
Count one.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse number 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience unto a race that is set before us.
So sometimes that weight that is holding us back from that walk that we have is the wrath that we have from a certain situation. It could be that pain that we holding on to from the people that's hurt us. It could be certain things from the world, those worldly tendencies that we hold on to, right? That's separating us from walking that walk before us, from running the race. We keep looking back, but we got to look forward, man, right? Continue to read, because even like as we teach, we say this all the time, man. When we teach you, we teach ourselves, man. But this is the kind of mindset that we got to apply towards our walk, because Christ, he set the standard for these things. Continue to read.
Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God.
Check this out in verse 3.
Consider him. Okay. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest you be wearied and faint in your minds.
So we have to look at the example that Christ left behind for us. The fact that he got reviled and he didn't match that energy. The fact that some people took it low with him, but he didn't take it to hell with them, right? The fact that he suffered and endured these things for our sake. And of course, that he set the example and we have the power to walk after it is something that we're supposed to rest in, seeing that it's possible for us within our own lives, right? It could be difficult, it could be a fight, but it's meant to be. That's why we called to be soldiers of him, right? That's the general right there. But we members of his army, and of course, fighting against these spirits, warring against this flesh, man, that's gonna try to get you to take it to hell. That's what this walk is all about, man, right? So when they go low, it's like Roe said, man, we gotta start going to the Most High, right? And when I teach you, I teach myself, and I'm gonna yield there.
Hey, Con, you got anything to say? Hey, Con.
Hey, listen, this is the walk. Every day, this is something that you got to work on. And Satan's job is to try you. Your job is to fight back.
Hey, with that, with the Sons of Thunder Israelites, Captain Shalamah. Hey, it's a hope, heart, and prayer and desire that all of Israel shall be saved. From Yashala. Hey, listen to, we got a message. If you haven't called it. Hey, if you haven't heard already, listen to our brother, Captain Warrior.
And I hear. And then I start asking the Most High, why? How come I'm the only one out of my whole family that you didn't take me? And then it just came to me. He said he was saving me for a purpose. And so that's my reflection on it. And I hope some of you take this to heart. You know, you're going through your lives, things get hard for you. But you got to remember that the Most High is running the show. You do what He say, you can expect great things to come. So that's my reflection. I hope is, you know, a lot of you take this to heart. When things go bad, just think of, man, it ain't gonna be bad like this all the time. Because we're His chosen children, and He works mysteriously. Is, and you know, we can't figure it out, but that's how it is with the Most High. He ain't gonna tell you what He gonna do. He can do it. You pray and you ask for stuff. Hopefully, you ask for stuff that's not vain. Like, hey, I like some hair. You know, that's vanity, really. You know, I'm all right. But you know, that's my reflection. I hope you take this to heart. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Y'all take it easy.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.